This video sponsored by Squarespace, the best place to make a website for anything.
Alright, so fashion changes for everyone. One day you're an NPC, default character, rolling through life, no skins yet, just the regular stuff, and you don't care how you look, you never really thought about it, and then the next day you're on a spec ops mission to the grocery store. You're just gonna pick up groceries, but you dress like this now because that's your life. One day you're a hype beast who listens to Kanye West and fanboys over Emily Oberg, and you watch the Complex Supreme line videos, and it's life is simple. And then the next day, what is this, huh? What is this? What is this? But I'm not gonna say that everyone goes through every single wild phase that you can go through, but I'm just gonna give you the general timeline of all the phases that a person in fashion could eventually go through, or, you know, just chill out and settle on. And who knows, you might see yourself in here, and if you do, and you're personally attacked, that just means it's true. And before we get into phase one, we gotta start with the phase zero, which is Phase 0, which is being totally unaware and you don't care what's going on, nor do you even know what's going on. And ironically, this is the best phase because you don't even think about it. Ignorance is bliss, and I highly suggest you stay here for as long as you can for the sake of your financial and mental well-being. Am I wearing Heelys? Are there wheels on my shoes? There might be, but if you're watching this video on fashion, you're probably way past this phase already, so we're too far long gone. We're just gonna move on to phase 1, which is awareness, which is kind of ironically, this is the phase 1, this is kind of how I dress now, which am I exposing myself? I don't know. All right, so this is the first phase of your fashion life cycle, you know, you just got interested, you just found interest, there's your first glimmer of hope into clothes, you're just aware that there's a whole world out there, and you're also aware that you dress like shit. And it's always been that way, and you've always dressed like shit, and it sucks because you look back and you're like, oh my god, my whole life like that. And it's a weird realization, and now you want to change it. It's kind of like when Adam and Eve were in the garden, and then they like ate the fruit of knowledge for the first time, and life was really cool up until they realized that they were naked the whole time. And now it's like, oh my god, I've been naked the whole time. I gotta go cop some Rick Owens and some Supreme tees. You're just embarrassed. You just realized that there are so many cool things out there now. There are like Michael Jordan shoes and Kanye West shoes. You heard of this brand Supreme? You know, the red box? Maybe you saw some cool rock star or punk look. It's not even streetwear, but you look at the man wearing these clothes and you're like, you know what? He's right. I think my legs have too much circulation. It's time to cut that stuff off. And now you want to get stuff that actually fits you and makes you look good. Or maybe you think that dressing nice will get you girls, which is what 70% of guys think when they get into fashion. It's totally understandable. I totally get it. But also it's totally wrong. They're not even looking at your clothes. They're not even looking at you in general. But you keep going anyways, you know, fashion, you had my attention, and now you have my interest. You have my interest. And this is also kind of how I dress right now, so am I exposing myself again? I don't know. Okay, but this is the part of fashion where you actually start trying and getting stuff that looks good. And you actually start kind of stepping out of your comfort zone. You know, whether it just be cool one-off pieces like this, you know, a cool heater every now and then, some good essentials, just the building blocks, you're actually really thinking about what you're getting. And like I said, with the one-time heaters and stuff, nothing crazy though, nothing crazy. But you're slowly starting to ease your way into some fun pieces. You know, you're occasionally browsing third-party apps like Grailed Bump, StockX, you know, you're reading the Reddit threads, you're looking at other people's fits, you know, you're starting to get a decent understanding of the trends and what's in right now. Just getting a good amount of knowledge on certain stuff that you want to incorporate to your own wardrobe. It's a lot of fun. You know, you got your favorite brands, you got some grails that you want to one day own, you know, you got them stashed in your head like a wish list. You might even have a streetwear sticker on something, or cool streetwear custom wallpaper, or like the anime streetwear wallpapers on your phone or your MacBook or something. You catch the occasional L on the sneakers app or like a raffle or something. You're like, ooh, salty. Ooh, I feel salt. This is what it feels like to be salty. This is fun. It's like that fun back and forth with intrigue of fashion. It's kind of This phase is kind of like the dating of your fashion life cycle. It's like that chasing, flirty phase. You know, you're just kind of testing the waters with what works and doesn't work. You know, shooting your shots at certain looks that you might think would be cool. You know, just tossing a little eyeballs emoji at a Jordan, like, ooh, testing the waters, or sliding a hey onto some bomber jackets, like, hey, I want to try you out. Hey, I want to try you out. Just throwing these snowflakes around. Just tossing these snowflakes around. You so icy, I'm a glacier boy. To these cargo pants. You're just flirting, man. The world is your oyster. I don't even know what that means. I don't think anyone knows what that means. We just say it. We just say it. I'm the oyster. And you're just kind of like overwhelmed because you're like, oh, I just want to do all these cool things. Now you're getting hooked in, you're getting hooked. The current's pulling you in, and now you're moving on to the next phase of your fashion life cycle, and that's obsessed. You're obsessed. This is also kind of how I dressed. I don't know, are you guys seeing a pattern? Because I'm not. All right, so I got my phone here. So Google Dictionary Search Help defines obsessed as preoccupy or fill the mind of someone continually, intrusively, and to a troubling extent. Notice that last sentence. Troubling extent. Dude, in this phase of fashion, you're just really going hard. You're like, this is for me. Everything is for me. I'm going to try everything. You're just overextending into a bunch of different aesthetics that you've never tried out before. And you're just like, I got this. I got this. You just go ahead. You just spearhead things up until you find the next thing that you're into. And then you totally change direction. And you're like, okay, I'm on to this now. And then you do the exact same thing for that look. It's like, sure, you have a bunch of different cool things to choose from now, but no personal style yet. You just mainly know how to recreate a bunch of different looks because you have a bunch of different stuff in your closet. But again, not quite your own special thing yet there, buddy. And you know terms like color blocking, tonal accenting, accessorizing, and all the buzzwords and stuff. And you're kind of in the now with hot trends and what's coming up and releases and seasons and stuff. All the people and your idols that you look up to comprise of short names with 2 or less syllables per name, with people like Rick Owens, Raph Simmons, Lil Uzi, ASAP Rocky, Kanye West, Playboy Cardi, Eddie Slimman. What is up with that? Why are they all short? I got a long ass name. Look at how many syllables are in that bad boy. Shia LaBeouf, Virgil Abloh. Come on, guys. I'm on to something. Magnus Ronning, Jacob Kelly. Dude, I could go on. I could go forever. This is ridiculous. I gotta look into this after I'm done recording. You've thought of or you have a clothing brand idea, and now your Grailed has more screen time than your Instagram. It's a shame. But that's not even the worst thing. Okay, it gets worse. Hey guys. Hi, my name is Christian, and I take fit pics.
Hi, Christian.
Also, why do people take fit pics like this? I might be guilty of it too, I don't know, but why do people take fit pics like, but I don't know, by the time you get to this phase, you're too far gone. There's no turning back. Like, fashion's too big of a part of your personality for you to turn back. Like, this kind of defines you at this point. Like, you're probably that one friend in the group that dresses well, you know? Like, we all need that one archetype friend. And, you know, usually people stop here. Usually people get here, they're like, okay, this is kind of a lot, and then they taper off. That's usually how it goes for most people. But there is a clearing. There is a step after this. There's a light at the end of the tunnel. And, you know, L after L, fit after fit, style after style, dying trend after dying trend, there's got to be a takeaway. And there is a takeaway. And if you keep going down this weird road, you eventually have to lead somewhere. And that somewhere is phase 4, maturity. When you get over all the hype, chasing, good old young, live fast, die young days, and you just start to not care again, you know? You just get over it. But unlike phase 0, when you probably get around to this stage of fashion, it's not like you don't dress up at all. You just do what you like, which is a weird, easier said than done thing that a lot of people say. But at this point, you're truly over what people think about you and you dress for what you like. I think, kind of, maybe. I'm lying. I don't know. When you get to this phase, you're probably one of two things, okay? You're probably the first one, which is someone that finds a little groove for themselves. They find an aesthetic or they find a style that really speaks for them and they go hardcore into it and they just master it. You know, like these people right here. They found something that was for them and they really took it to the next level, and now that's their thing. Everything about their life is around this thing. And that's so cool. I find that so cool. Like their whole wardrobe is catered towards one thing and everything fits. And you're either there, which I don't think I ever will be, but that's fine because you could go for phase 2, which is someone who just a bunch of cool timeless pieces that they've collected over time that aren't necessarily from the same brand or even from the same aesthetic. They just speak for them. And you're either going for the hardcore mastering one style where your wardrobe is really catered towards something, or you're going for number 2 where you're kind of just from all over the place. Both of these share the same qualities of what a real personal style means. You just have a bunch of your grails, you have all the things that you ever wanted. And this is just that sweet spot that comes after a bunch of trial and error until you finally get to a place where you're like, okay, I know what I like and this is just how it is. I don't care what people think. I don't care what's trending. This is just what I like now. Hey guys. Hi, my name is Christian and I use squarespace.com.
Hi, Christian.
Squarespace is the best place to make a website for absolutely anything. They have over 100 award-winning designer templates, so you can make your website look personal and everything that you want it to be, which is what a lot of people want. They want this personalization. Personally, I've been using it to make the Recreo web store for my other show. We're about to drop a set of sick hoodies, and you look at this, look how cool it is. Everything moves. I'm still deciding on a font, but I did this in like 40 minutes. It was really easy. I got the domain through Squarespace and everything. And you want to know how to start a brand? I did it in 40 minutes. Beat that record. That's that phase 5 brand, baby. And even when I drop these hoodies, look at this. They got the e-commerce tools deeply integrated into the site, so everything is there. And I'll be using that when I drop, and you can too by going to squarespace.com/frugalaesthetic. All my subscribers that click the link will get a free trial and then 10% off your first order. You get a free trial and you get a deal. That's all you really need to know. So go sign up now, go make your brand, go do anything. You go post your art on your website. All you need is a cool website. It's really easy to do. Squarespace.com/frugalaesthetic forever. The final Respect Women is dropping October 23rd. You got a week from now, baby. And it's the last one. It's the final one. So it's super limited. This is the design. Bam. Oh, the front? You're asking why is there nothing on the front? Bam, it's reflective. You just can't see it because it's reflective. It's that 3M, baby. Super discreet, super low key. At Respect Women NYC on Instagram. You gotta follow it, baby. It's gonna be there. Everyone's gonna be there and I know it. Look at this. What is that? It's printed on Champion. So is the shirt. It's printed on Champion hoodies. The quality's there. Look at the detail on the back. Look at all this detail. I worked on it with my boy Nikita Iziev. He's insane. Final Respect Women launch 1 week from now. Respect Women forever.